atau
Oke.
kerupuk.
Kerupuk. Di Uganda ada kerupuk nggak, John?
Tidak, saya
Tidak
baru
ada.
pertama lihat di Indonesia.
Hi everyone, welcome to our first podcast from Diponegoro International Office, and we would like to interview in this deep talk or Diponegoro talk one of the international students who got KNB scholarship. Here is our guest, John Bosco. Hello, John.
Hello.
Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon to you.
How are you today, John?
I'm fine, thank you, and thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you. You are welcome, John. Okay, John. First question for you, John. This is very easy question. Please don't be worry.
Okay.
First question. Where are you from, John? It's easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I come from Uganda. Uganda is located in East Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's eastern part of Africa.
Is the eastern part of Africa.
Yes.
Wow, that's quite far from Indonesia, John.
Quite far.
Mm-hmm. Would you please tell me about your country? How many population Uganda has? It could be anything.
Actually, Uganda has a population of 45 million people.
45 million people.
Yeah, and out
That's
of
huge.
that 45 million people, around 3 million stays in the capital city, which is called Kampala.
Around 3 million.
Yeah, 3
What is
million
your
people.
capital city name?
It's called Kampala.
Kampala.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, and then? Anything?
Another thing which I can talk about Uganda, it's like the kind of weather or season. Uganda is also having two seasons like Indonesia, dry season and rainy season.
So is it located in the
It's near
Is it-
equator.
Equator? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's nearly the same with Indonesia, yeah?
Exactly.
When you came to Indonesia for the very first time, what do you feel? Is it hot or especially in Semarang?
Actually, when I came to Indonesia, I found out that Indonesia is hotter than Uganda.
Hotter than Uganda?
Yeah, I got surprised when at times I see the temperature is approaching 38 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Indonesia is little bit hotter than Uganda.
But you can adapt with the situation, right?
Yeah, already I adapted to the situation. Actually, I did not face more challenges when I came because since the weather is almost the same as the one of Uganda, with the exception of high temperatures, that one is very easy to adapt.
Yeah.
So there was no big challenge.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, John. What about your job? I mean, before you came to Indonesia, before you got the scholarship,
Okay.
do you work or you study there?
Before getting scholarship, I was working. I graduated with Bachelor of Engineering in 2016,
What is the major?
Bachelor's in Civil Engineering.
Bachelor in Civil
Then
Engineering.
after finishing, I got a job with a certain company called Zongumei Engineering Limited. So by the time I was working, I saw an advert about KNB scholarship. After seeing it, I said that since I have intentions of continuing my studies, pursuing a master's degree, then this is a right chance for me. Then I said that let me try the application process. So it's like I had worked for something like 1 year because I graduated in October 2016 and I started the application process around February or March. It's when I applied for KNB scholarship and I was accepted around April. So I came to Indonesia in 2017 in the month of August, end of August. Yeah, it's when I came to Indonesia.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's very interesting. What is or what was your role in your company before?
Okay, I was a quantity surveyor in an engineering project which was about water supply.
Okay.
Yeah, design of water supply and sanitation project. That was the project, and I was working as a quantity surveyor. So my activities were going to the field, measure the quantities of work that have been done. Then I was also updating the work schedule. Then I also used to write the periodic reports, to submit to the Ministry of Water and Environment. Those are some of my activities. And I was also doing other activities assigned by the project manager. Yeah.
Is that, do you have difficulties to find a job in your country?
Yeah, the difficulties are there.
Okay.
Actually, some people can graduate and spend more than 3 years without getting a job. So for my case, I can say that I was a bit lucky to get a job very fast, because I graduated in October. But before graduating, I completed my study. In Uganda, you complete studies in May. Then you wait for graduation, which takes place in October. So after finishing my last exam in May, I was in touch with my lecturer. He gave me some work to do. So I was working with him on a certain project, the construction. But when I was still working with him, I was also trying to apply for a big company. And that company where I was working, where I got a job after working with the lecturer, there I had also done some industrial training with them. So it's like I did not get difficulties. The moment I submit my application, they told me, since they already knew me as their trainee, they said, yeah, it's okay, you can just come for an interview. So when I went for an interview, yeah, it was okay for me. They told me that, okay, you just wait for the results. After a few days, I started working with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's about KNB. KNB is Indonesian government scholarship provided for developing countries to accomplish a master degree in some universities in Indonesia. How do you know about the information about KNB, John?
Okay.
From where? I mean, from the internet or from Indonesian embassy in Uganda, or could be anywhere.
Yeah, thank you for that good question. I got the information about KNB scholarship from my friend. Actually, we have a certain group. Before getting KNB scholarship, I had another scholarship in Uganda. So we had a group of the beneficiary of that scholarship. So one of the friends posted the information about KNB scholarship. But he said that he got the information from the notice board of Ministry of Education of Uganda. That's where he took a snapshot and sent it to the group. Yeah, after seeing it, I tried to Google about it. And then I started the application process.
Is it difficult to get KNB scholarship?
Actually, to me, I can say that it wasn't difficult.
It wasn't difficult?
Yeah, to my side.
It's easy.
To my side, it was easy. Because I can't say that I just suffered a lot. Since I was used to writing like motivation letters, things of that kind, I was a bit used to it. So I did not get any challenge. Yeah, I just got the motivation letter which I had written sometime before. I immediately submitted. Actually, it took me only 2 days to complete the application process for KNB. Yeah.
And then, what do you expect by having this scholarship?
My expectations was to gain knowledge, more understanding about engineering, more especially in the area of transportation. Yeah, before coming, I had Googled, tried to search about transportation in Indonesia, and I found out that something which a person can do in engineering, transportation can be better, because I tried to find out that the transportation system in Indonesia is a bit developed. Yeah, so I found out that there are different transportation modes, and in addition, the roads are also good. So I said if I try to major in transportation, at least I will get more understanding about the transportation. Yeah, that's one of the motivation that enabled me to come and study transportation engineering in Indonesia.
Before you get the scholarship,
Yes.
have you ever think or have you ever imagined about Indonesia?
Yes.
Or-
Before seeing that advert, of course, I didn't know about Indonesia. I only knew about Bali.
Before you search about Indonesia,
Yeah.
when you want to apply for K&B scholarship,
Before. Yeah, before I did.
how do you imagine about Indonesia? Is it a peaceful country with, of course, related to your study that the road is good and then the mass transportation is developed and many things. How do you imagine Indonesia before you search in the internet?
Actually, before I searched, I didn't know about Indonesia.
You didn't know about
I didn't know about Indonesia.
Okay.
I only searched about it after seeing that advert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
understandable, but it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
And then, is your expectation about Indonesia or what you learn from searching from the internet, is it different or the same? Let's say, okay, Jakarta is a big capital city of Indonesia. It develops its transportation, but when you came to Indonesia, what do you find?
Yeah, actually, before coming, I was expecting some things, but after reaching on the ground, I found some changes. For example, I found out that the traffic congestion, is on its highest peak. So,
What is traffic
congestion, very many vehicles on the road.
There are many vehicles on the
Yeah,
road.
then these motorcycles, things of that kind.
You never imagined that.
Yeah, I never imagined that because I was thinking that since they are good in transportation, they also have good ways of mitigating that traffic congestion. Yeah.
What about Semarang?
Yeah, Semarang is also in that category. Sometimes you find heavy traffic jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are talking about Undip.
Yes.
Why do you choose Undip?
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
Why do you choose Universitas Diponegoro?
Yeah, after searching about Indonesia, then my next step was searching about the universities.
Sure.
So in Google, I put there best universities in Indonesia that offer Master of Civil Engineering. So after putting that keyword, Universitas Diponegoro came as first, followed by Institute Teknologi Bandung. That was in 2017. Yeah.
So civil engineering of Universitas Diponegoro came the first rank in the
Number one
Google.
was
Number one.
Universitas Diponegoro.
Oh.
So after seeing that, because in the application we are supposed to fill two universities.
Yes.
So I said that since Universitas Diponegoro is the first one and ITB is the second one, let me put number one as Universitas Diponegoro and I make number two as ITB. So to my surprise and to my luck, I was accepted at Undip.
Thanks to Mbak Meta who accepted you in Undip.
Thank you, Mbak Meta, for accepting my application.
Yeah.
Since it was my first choice and you accepted me, I must appreciate. Thank you, Mrs. Mbak Meta.
Yeah, applause for Mbak Meta. All right, John. This is your expectation. I mean, when you when you decide to choose Undip, and you search in the internet which universities is the best in civil engineering, and then you found Undip as the best and the first rank in the search engine. When you came to Undip, what do you think? Is it real the best or the first rank? Or you feel contrast with your expectation?
No. It did not contradict with my expectation.
Sure.
Yeah, after reaching there, I met amazing lecturers. Yeah, started coordinating. They have a nice laboratory. Yeah, that also impressed me a lot after reaching there. Because when I was there, when I was still in Uganda, I never searched about laboratory staffs. But after reaching there, I found there a very good laboratory for transportation engineering. I also found a very good laboratory for soil mechanics. Yeah, that one also made me think of doing a thesis about conducting laboratory tests because I had found out that the laboratory is very good. Yeah.
Okay. One of the requirement of the KNP program is studying Bahasa Indonesia or Indonesian.
True.
Is it difficult for you to study Bahasa Indonesia?
Studying Bahasa Indonesia was a bit challenging in the first place. Yeah, but afterwards I got used to it, started communicating. But the hardest part of it, when you are just going to your course, you find different things. The things which you study at the Faculty of Humanities, the language of Bahasa Indonesia, are not the exact things you find at your departments. When they are teaching, you may be good in speaking Bahasa Indonesia with other people, other Indonesians, but when you reach class, when they are teaching, it becomes very hard for you to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been here for 3 or 3.5 years, right?
Yes.
Or nearly closely 4 years.
Not closely. No, it's 3 years, 3.5. No, 3 years and 1 month.
Oh, 3 years and 1 month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm sure that you can speak Bahasa Indonesia. Now I want to test you, ya.
Yeah.
John, kita berbicara bahasa Indonesia sekarang, John.
Benar.
Saya juga capek berbicara bahasa Inggris. Ya. Oke, John. Coba ceritakan tempat atau apa namanya tourist destination in Semarang yang John pernah kunjungi di mana saja, John?
Oh, yang di Semarang.
Ya, yang di Semarang
Saya
aja.
Saya pernah ke Water Blaster. Sudah pernah dengar itu?
Saya belum pernah ke sana, John.
Ada Water Blaster, dan ada Sampokong. Sudah pernah ke situ?
Sudah pernah. Apa yang John lihat di Sampokong?
Di Sampokong ada sesuatu untuk Cina.
Orang Cina, orang Tionghoa.
Ya, aku nggak paham namanya. Ya,
terus kemana aja, John? Selain itu?
Lawang Sewu.
Lawang Sewu.
Ya. Dan Kota Lama.
Kota Lama. Itu kalau di Semarang ya? Ya,
itu di Semarang.
Kalau di luar Semarang, John?
Luar Semarang, ada tempat yang paling menarik. Bali.
Oh, Bali memang menarik.
Ya, itu paling menarik.
Bahkan sebelum.
Selain itu ada juga Borobudur di Magelang.
Oke.
Ya.
Kalau Bali kan bahkan sebelum John datang saja sudah tahu Bali ya.
Tentang Bali.
Oke. Kalau Semarang? Belum tahu ya. Waktu di Uganda, John sudah pernah dengar kata atau kota Semarang?
Iya, tahu karena Undip di Semarang. So itu pasti tahu.
Oke, iya. Kalau makanan favorit John? Apa makanan favorit John selama di Indonesia?
Ada 2 jenis makanan yang favorit untuk saya. Pertama, nasi goreng.
Nasi goreng.
Saya paling suka nasi goreng.
Kenapa suka nasi goreng, John?
Ya, karena di negeri saya Uganda ada juga makanan yang seperti nasi goreng. Itu namanya pilau. Itu paling disukai oleh orang Muslim kalau ada acara seperti Idul Fitri harus masak itu namanya pilau. Itu hampir sama nasi goreng di Indonesia. Ya.
Terus apa lagi, John?
Selain nasi goreng ada juga yang namanya nasi padang. Nasi padang juga itu sangat enak.
Nasi padang Islam.
Ya.
Mie ayam, John?
Enggak, saya tidak suka mie ayam.
Kamu tahu enggak, John, kalau di Semarang itu makanan tradisionalnya apa? Makanan khas tradisional Semarang kamu tahu enggak?
Itu lumpia.
Lumpia ya?
Ya.
Bukan bakso dan mie ayam ya?
Bakso.
Some international students say that traditional food originally from Semarang is bakso and mie ayam because I can find this food everywhere.
Maybe I can think that it's tahu. Bukan tahu. Oh, tofu.
Tofu.
Saya pikir tofu. Karena saya lihat.
Iya, banyak ya.
Ya, ada banyak. Atau kerupuk.
Kerupuk. Di Uganda ada kerupuk nggak, John?
Tidak, saya baru pertama lihat di Indonesia.
Bagaimana? Kamu reaksi pertama kali kamu makan kerupuk gimana?
Saya tidak pernah makan kerupuk. Saya terlihat orang makan. Membuat suara
keras gitu ya, berisik gitu ya.
Dan saya tidak coba.
John, kamu kan sudah 3 tahun di Semarang.
Yes.
Ada punya pacar nggak, John? Di Semarang.
Tidak punya pacar, punya teman-teman. Teman-teman cewek ya punya. Tapi
tidak punya pacar.
Ya, tidak.
Last question. Setelah lulus, John sudah lulus ya? Now lulus. You already graduated ya?
Sudah, ya.
For Master of Civil Engineering. Yes, what is your plan? Do you want to continue study here in Undip or do you want to get some jobs in your country? What's your plan?
Actually, my plan is to first get a job. After getting a job, I continue with doctoral degree. Yeah, but my first plan is to get a job as a lecturer and also as a consultant in an engineering company.
Sure.
Then I also proceed with my doctoral studies.
Yeah, I think it's enough, John, for our podcast session today. Guys, itu tadi bincang-bincang kita dengan John Bosco, peserta ataupun mahasiswa S2 dengan beasiswa KNP. Semoga menjadi inspirasi bagi kalian semua dan bisa bermanfaat untuk kita semua, baik bagi Indonesia ataupun bagi Uganda. John, any last word?
First of all, let me take this opportunity of thanking you for having me here. And I also take the opportunity of thanking Universitas Diponegoro for accepting my application. In a special note, I thank the international office of Universitas Diponegoro. They have been so helpful in all the circumstances. Whenever I need help, I could consult them and they could respond to my queries. So thank you very much. I also like to thank the Department of Civil Engineering. They also helped me. As an international student, you also face challenges. So whenever I have some challenges, I could contact the administrators at the Master of Civil Engineering. They could not hesitate to help me. They could help me as much as they could. I also take the opportunity to thank the Faculty of Engineering. I also take the opportunity to thank my friends who have been so helpful, the Indonesian. They are so loving. They have been helping me in all ways. Thank you and wish success to whoever is listening to me. That's my last word.
Thank you very much, John. Jadi John ini sudah lulus dari program Magister Teknik Sipil Undip dan John akan pulang ke negaranya besok pagi ya, John ya. Have a safe flight. Send our regards to your family.
Thank you.
Don't forget to build Uganda for the future.
Thank you. We'll do it for the future.
Thank you very much for your attention. We'll see you next podcast.
Thank you.